Buff Nation, are we still -3 underdogs to KSU at home, man? What is up with that? What is up with that? Guys, I cannot wait for this game. We're still, over 3 hours away from it, like 3.5 hours, man. This is crazy. Y'all let me know how you're feeling about the game. Got any keys to victory, got any predictions? Let me know. Thank you guys for your patience. As you can tell, I'm not at home seeing family this weekend, so I'm doing the best I can with this makeshift studio. But I got my Carter if I can talk, my Carter Stoutmire jersey on. Feeling great. We got some cool news to go through as well with 2 big-time official visits that we got going on today for tonight's game. But, man, the Big 12 is wide open. Big 12's wide open. Hey, this late night game is not it. Yeah, man, I hate this. I hate this, man. It sucks. I'm just sitting here all day. I'm just like the memes. Just waiting for something to happen, man. And why did we have to wait so long for Texas OU today, too? It was just crazy. We saw the Kansas State bus on 36. How'd it look? Were they nervous? Are they nervous? It's going to be like BYU. It's going to be a ruckus atmosphere, no doubt about it. And how about BYU, man? Kicking Arizona's ass right now. It's just beautiful. We got a lot to go through with what's going on with the Big 12. It's wide open, guys. It is wide open. I think whoever wins this game, and I'm feeling good about our Buffs tonight, but whoever wins this game is going to have a prime opportunity to control their own destiny, obviously, into the Big 12 championship. No doubt about it with what we've seen go on with the Big 12 last night. Utah, guys, I said, shout out to Keck. Shout out to Keck. If you see this, I said at the end of my video yesterday, forks up. Let's go Arizona State. And did you see how they beat Utah? Cam Rising, I think he just needs to retire, man. That was really rough. But Kenny Dillingham's celebration at the end of the game as the fans are on the field was just classic. It was classic. I'm so happy for Arizona State fans. So happy for Kenny Dillingham. I think he's doing so much more with less compared to other programs. He's doing a great job. And for them to be 5-1 after not Dylan Raiola, Jane Rashada spurned them to go out to Georgia. You couldn't ask for a better start to the season 6 games in. Well, except for 6-0. But you know what I'm saying. This is great. This is great. DJ saying, man, we got CU by 10 or more. Okay. Let's go and get them KSU in passing situations. That's what I want. Hey, Carter, what's going on, man? Guys, be sure to hit that bell notification. Carter and I are going to be going live after the game tonight. For those of you who won't be able to sleep, I know I won't be. I'm about to make a cup of coffee here soon once I conclude this show. And that's going to keep me going all night. I'm on Central Time now. So I think right now it's planned for 12:30 a.m. Central, 11:30 Mountain, 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time. But, man, I can't wait. We're going to get, I think, a great effort from the Buffs. And KSU, they're going to bring everything that they got. I think that this is going to be a dogfight, but I see us pulling away at the end. So this is going to be awesome. Pack your patience. Man, I feel like I've been patient all day, buddy. Can't wait. Now, let me share this scoreboard as I go through some of your comments. We're going to take a look at the Big 12. By the way, Alabama almost blew it. What was up with that South Carolina quarterback, man? That dude was booty down the stretch. That was a bummer to see. But as you can see, of course, we got Kansas State, Colorado tonight at 8:15 Mountain Time. UCF, guys, they benched KJ Jefferson, and they're down to Cincinnati right now. Crazy. Right now, BYU, number 14 overall, they're giving it to Arizona, and this is a really important game for CU next week. I've long thought this year that both Utah and Arizona were incredibly overrated, and BYU, they're the best, one of the best stories in college football right now. Retzlaff is doing a great job, but we'll see if Arizona is able to mount a comeback here. Of course, last night, Utah goes down. Cam Rising, again, just looked a total shell of himself. You do wonder if they just go with Isaac Wilson later on. But the standings right now for the Big 12, Well, let me pull this up. Right now, a bunch of surprises. I think a lot of the teams that people saw in the bottom of the conference are actually at the top of the conference when it comes to conference record. Texas Tech 3-0, BYU looking to go from 2-0 to 3-0, along with Iowa State and Colorado as well. West Virginia plays at 7. That's going to be a really big game. So, yeah, we'll see. But right now, this conference is absolutely wide open. It is up for the taking, and Colorado has that opportunity to get themselves into legitimate contender conversation by beating KSU tonight. No doubt about it. So we cannot lose focus. Yeah, y'all be sure and smash that like, subscribe. Hey, and again, I will stop bitching about this in very shortly, but I'm like 22 people away from 100 likes on Facebook. So links in the description of my video. If you guys got a minute, if you go like David Talks Buffs on Facebook, once I hit 100 likes, I can just live stream over there. That's all I want to do, is just be able to direct my lives over there. And I just need 100 likes to do that. So if you got time, that is greatly appreciated. If not, I understand. I just appreciate y'all tuning in. What's our record in late games? Like 4-0? This year, let's see. North Dakota State, I guess you would count CSU, right? So that's 2-0. Nebraska, that was a later game. But if you're thinking like late, like Pac-12 or Big 12 after dark, the last one I remember us having was against Wazoo. That was the flu game with the team, and we got absolutely destroyed. Maybe before that, Oregon State, we lost that one. Stanford was also a later game, if I remember correctly, and CSU. So not the best. Not the best. In terms of those late games, if I remember correctly. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Cam Duncan getting into it. Just saw that the five-star linebacker from IMG Academy, he looks like he is loving the vibe in Boulder. Yes, no doubt about it. We have a ton of visits in today. A lot of unofficial visits, like guys who are in their junior year right now. But there are 2 official visits that we have. I should go ahead and get to them because I have this in the title of the video. Edge rusher London Merritt, 92 rated overall player, a top 20 guy at his position right now by 24/7, ranked number 19, currently committed to Ohio State. He is visiting. 6'2", 250 pounds. Wow. Yeah, you like it. And then on top of that, this was announced, I think, shortly after the UCF game, that Christian Hudson is visiting today as well on his official visit. Defensive lineman, 6'1", 280 pounds. Again, an 89 rated overall 3-star from 24/7, top 50 at his position, number 42 overall at his position. So Warren Sapp, Damian Lewis, Robert Livingston, these guys are getting to work. It's great to see some defensive linemen come in here on legitimate official visits. And this is still just surreal to me, man, that we are fighting after certain recruits with brands and programs like Ohio State. By the way, that's going to be a really fun game. Ohio State versus Oregon. Guys, I am rooting for Ohio State. I rarely do that, but I need some Dan Lanning tears. As much as I love Puddles the Duck, you got to root for Dan Lanning tears if you're a Colorado fan. That's what we do. So Ohio State, go in there, get that dub tonight, and send Puddles home crying and quacking, sadly. That's what I want to see. But yeah, we can get to a little bit more of information on these guys as well. He committed in July this year, July 6, 2024. But again, I think that there's a lot of momentum here coming with CU. I'll read his scouting report here for Christian Hudson. A potential spark plug in the middle, 2-way lineman for a decorated mainland program that makes things happen on both sides of the ball. Under 6'1", but finds ways to win with leverage and effort. We see Chidozie do that. Initially was viewed by some colleges as an offensive lineman at the next level, but made it clear he wants to chase quarterbacks after racking up 9 sacks as an 11th grader. Wow. Impressive snap anticipation jolts him forward, while active hands allow him to disengage and swipe past would-be blockers. Oftentimes aware of his surroundings and is agile enough to stop and retrace. Also has a knack for getting his hands up in the passing lanes despite being on the smaller size. Might lack the ideal measurables, but projects as a win at all costs. Wow. Interior defender that can push pockets. Wow. Win at all costs. I love that. I love that is how he is described. Likely to find most success in an even front, like our program, but has experience working out of a variety of different alignments. Yeah, we usually go with 4 right there in the front. And I love it. I love it. Hopefully Christian Hudson really enjoys his visit. I think that is who I might have seen post that he was at the top of Mount Sanitas. I mean, that's one of the hikes you have to do if you're spending some time in Boulder. It's beautiful. And maybe takes 2 hours, 2.5 hours there and back. It's a really nice hike. I love it. The views up top are just gorgeous. You can see everything. So let's get to London Merritt, though. Another Florida guy. IMG Academy. We got a lot of connections over there. Ooh, comp to Brandon Dorless. Like that. Heavy-handed defender that looks like a natural fit as a power end in a 3-4 or a 4-3, but could ultimately settle in as a full-time 3 technique at the next level. Spent much of his junior season working out of a 2-point stance in an odd front for Georgia's 6A runner-up. Jolts offensive tackles and tight ends with a formidable punch and can pick up quick wins by sliding and dipping his way around blockers, although the sack total doesn't always show for it. Flashes some instincts as a run defender and uses impressive short area quickness to make stops in pursuit as he changes course and keeps the legs pumping. Transferred into IMG Academy in advance of senior season and posted impressive testing times at the Powerhouse's annual pro day. More notably, check-in at roughly 6 foot 2.5, 250 pounds, projects as a multi-year starter at the Power 4 level, must improve anchor technique and keep progressing as a rusher, but has plenty of developmental upside. And you guys know we have a handful of seniors on our defensive front right now. We'll see if any of those guys come back. Some of them might have COVID years to burn, right? So we still might have a senior heavy defensive line return next year if they want to take another stab at upping their draft stock possibly. But we're going to have to fill the trenches again. We will lose people, no doubt about it. So if we could get guys like London Merritt and Christian Hudson and others into this defensive line pipeline and get them on campus early, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So love to see that. And let me go ahead and pull up this scoreboard again, and we can get with it. Oh, so right now we got Texas just blowing out Oklahoma. That happens. We got Penn State tied with USC here in the fourth quarter. Wow. Okay. USC kind of standing up. Then we also got BYU, Arizona. I'm cheering for BYU, no doubt about it. Hey, what's up, KB? No Oktoberfest yet. But I will have to have a drink here at some point. Maybe I will once the game starts. But it's so funny. I don't drink too often now. I just don't. I'm at the age now into my 30s where I could have like a Coors Light and get a headache like that same day. My body just can't handle alcohol like it used to. But I'll still have a drink, once or twice a month or so. But maybe I'll have a Coke as well. Not the fun kind of Coke, just Just the Coke. Nico Dig, much love from here in Boulder. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. This has been a wonderful weekend, guys, for college football. And yeah, I hope, Nico, that you're really enjoying the atmosphere in Boulder today. If you've had a chance to go downtown or on campus, let us know. But again, this is going to be a fantastic game, I think. I think it's going to be a dogfight. Kansas State is a very, very good program. But as I have said over the last 3 weeks, guys, 3 weeks, we've seen this team get better and better and better. And that is my expectation coming out the bye week. I think that we're going to do it. I think that I would imagine, based on Coach Prime's record at Jackson State, that they've done very well coming off bye weeks there. And I really thought that last year we came out and gave one of our strongest efforts of the year off of the bye week against UCLA. Now, offensively, that was kind of a different story. We had a patchwork offensive line at that point. That was the Isaiah Jota game. You know, you never thought somebody, 20 years old or 22 could play like they got arthritis in their knees already. But to prove Rawhide and myself wrong, we saw that happen. We saw, CU blocking their own guys while their edge rushers are taking free shots at Shador. But one thing that I was the most impressed from was that I really felt as a whole, our team came out and played really, really hard. I felt like they were locked in, but on the offense, I just think we just lacked execution. I don't think that it was because we came out flat or anything like that. I just think we just lacked execution on the offensive side of the ball. But you saw like our defense that, had a really rough first half of last season, right? They gave one of their best defensive performances against UCLA, generating, I think, 3 or 4 different turnovers. Of course, Travis Hunter showed out. And in a game like this against Kansas State, we need our best players to play their best. No doubt about it. And it looks like BYU is going to score here and kind of put this game away. Going to go up at least 30-13. Maybe it's going to be 34-13. But yeah, Arizona, I've been hesitant to just believe that they were going to build on this past year because of the coaching change. Really uncertain about Brett Brennan. And a lot of people, well, I don't know if it's a lot of people, but I remember this offseason, a handful of people, that have channels or like real official analysts or media people. A lot of people had, Noah Fafita right there as if not the top quarterback in the Big 12, one of the best. Yeah, some of them I remember seeing above Shador, and I just never really understood that. And I think this year you kind of seen more of the inconsistency with his play. Tet McMillan makes him look a lot better, in my opinion, and that's because Tet McMillan is absolutely insane. And I'm going to get myself in trouble, but I think he could be the first wide receiver off the board in the NFL draft. He could be, but I still think Travis Hunter should go ahead of him. But that's going to be a great matchup with a lot of not only conference stakes next week, but also Heisman stakes with both Tet McMillan and Travis Hunter going after each other. You just wish that Tet McMillan would have the balls to play corner on Travis Hunter, right? That's what I wish. But, it is what it is. Reverend BJ Nelson, hey, says, what's up to my dude Dave? Let's go tonight. Man, I'm hyped. I'm feeling I've just been excited all day. I've been anxious, but not like a nervous, like, oh man, I'm scared to watch this team. No, I've just been waiting around. I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. SpongeBob style, man. I've just been sitting around like SpongeBob, just ready, man. Just ready to get after it. And thanks again for the $2 super chat last night, Reverend. Really do appreciate that. Little bucket coming in here. We got to make Avery throw the ball tonight. Yes, we got to shut down this running attack. No doubt about it. The D puts Avery in the dirt from the start. Easy win. That has to be a key to the game. We got to get pressure on him. We got to stop the run. No doubt about it. Brian saying Bentley, Hill, Green. Yes, the law firm of Bentley and Hill Green, they got to bring it with that defensive front. I don't think Dan Hayes is playing today. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I haven't seen anything different. But what's great, guys, last week we had Aaron Walker step up. Samuel Okunloa had his best game of his career here at CU so far. I don't know about Pitt, but he was amazing. My USC friend that just texted me, WTF is Lincoln Riley doing? Did something happen? What, you call a timeout, bro? Uh-oh. Let's go to the game cast. See what we got here. 3rd and 6. You got 30 seconds left. Okay. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'll leave this up here. You guys can see it, but yeah, we need our D-line to really bring it. No doubt about it. Mike, that's what Oklahoma fans gets, always giving us the finger when passing through to play Texas with Nebraska's play on vehicle on gate. And man, that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. You know, I'm good friends with Jason Watkins from Hall of Fame football. OU fan. I've been on his panel quite a bit, but man, I just saw Texas winning this one, man. I just saw Texas winning this one. I think, they're ready for it. Sark's been doing a great job, and patience, right, guys? Patience. I think Texas might have had a losing record his first year there, and then, they started, continuing to get better as time went on. Now, Sark still has to prove, like, winning these games with the ultimate stakes, right? And we're going to see how they do through the rest of this SEC schedule. But as a Texas fan, or if you're a Texas fan, rather, such as really flawed, you got to be feeling great about where the Longhorns are at. No doubt about it. James Hunter, good to see you. One of my original day one saying Shiloh better start. Shiloh better stop backing up to the locker room and come closer to the line of scrimmage and join the run party. Yeah, helmets will be cracking, and yeah, he loves to crack the helmets, no doubt about it. Shiloh, I want him to play aggressive, but I also want him to play controlled. No late hits, no penalties. Let's, as a unit, let's not extend drives due to penalties. I think we actually did a pretty good job of that against UCF. That might have only happened once or twice. Let's continue to be better on penalties this year than we were last year. No doubt about it. Guys, we were averaging like 16 penalties a game last year. Wherever we're at, maybe it's closer to like 8 right now. The fact that we could cut it in half is wonderful. And sorry, guys. What the? Okay. Miller Moss intercepted. Okay. Miller Moss intercepted. Wow. Oh, wow. What a mess. Jeez, what a mess. Avery Johnson won't be running out of bounds. Man, this freaking thing. I hate these ads. Avery Johnson won't be running out of bounds all night. Tonight, CU will be hitting him. No one has to hit him because he runs out of bounds. Tonight's going to be different. Absolutely. Yeah, we gotta be the team that inflicts pain more. Let me turn on this light. We got to inflict that pain, baby. Just like we've done the last 3 weeks to our opponents. We've won the trenches, and we've been the more violent team on both sides of the ball. No doubt about it. And that's going to wear, especially at altitude, especially when we got the home crowd behind us, baby. No doubt about it. Let's go get this dub. Let's make it 4 in a row. Let's make it 4 in a row and really put ourselves on the map of being legitimate Big 12 title contenders. No doubt about it. This is a statement game. This is a statement game for CU. The biggest game yet in the Coach Prime era buffs. No doubt about it. UCF was the biggest game in the era 2 weeks ago, and now we got a bigger game. I think we're up to the challenge. We're going to come out ready to go. Prove me wrong, Livingston. This game is on you. Sadly, play calling. Oh man, you what, Mike? Mike, have you not liked how Livingston's been calling things? I think he's done a pretty good job. Yeah, we need to control the game flow, and you do that being the most aggressive team. No doubt about it. Win in the trenches. winning the time of possession, and it looks like it is final. Texas 34, Oklahoma 3. Should they have benched Jackson Arnold? I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me. You can go 6 games in, and you're already benching a quarterback, a redshirt freshman quarterback. Hindsight's always 2020, though. That other freshman they've had has played pretty well until this game. Yeah, interception from Miller Moss, and again, I think that Juju has the opportunity, Julian Lewis, to play here as a true freshman. I think Miller Moss will be coming back to USC for next year. And I think that's usually the best move for most quarterbacks. I think we've seen that this year, that starting at least 4 years can be really beneficial for you in the NFL. Look at Jaden Daniels, 5 years. Bo Nix, 6 years. Caleb Williams, 4 years. Who else we got? JJ McCarthy was 3. Forget that. Michael Penix was like 6 years, but we haven't seen him on the field yet. Drake May, he's kind of the outlier to that, I guess, along with JJ McCarthy. I think he started for 2 years, and I'm not very high on Drake May particularly. So I think it would be in Miller Moss's best interest to come back, just like it was for, I guess, Shador could have left, but again, him coming back, playing a 4th year, I think that normally goes well in his favor, in a quarterback's favor. CU dream season, go to the college playoff and play Oregon, man. Wouldn't that be fun? You got Chip versus Puddles the Duck. You got, and I think both of those teams, they got good color schemes and they clash well. They look nice on the field. That would be awesome. It would be great to have a revenge game. See Dan Lanning. I mean, that man still wears like a chin strap, like he's like a high school boy. When you're first growing facial hair, you just have the little chin strap. It's a bad beard. He needs to get rid of it, but it is what it is. Yeah, buddy, man, here you are, man. This is what really gives me this is what really makes me wonder if you actually watch football or if you just give your takes based on who you don't like or like. Nix he was a very good quarterback at Oregon. I don't know what you're saying, man. He was a Heisman finalist. Caleb did 3. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he did do 3 because he was only at Oklahoma for 1 year and then he transferred. Was that what it was? For some reason, I was thinking it was 2. So, yeah, I guess that's an exception. I would love to play Oregon in a bowl game. I would love to play Notre Dame. I think that would be fun. I would love to play because I hate Texas A&M. I think that would be really interesting. Miami, I think, would be a really fun matchup, especially because Cam Ward is one of the best quarterbacks in college football. Like Colorado, Miami, that just screams prime time to me, baby. See, man, I don't even know, buddy. Utah got beat. I really like the Sun Devils' new helmets, pretty sharp. Yes, Arizona State looked great. And again, Kenny Dillingham, I think he's doing so much more with less than what most coaches would do. He's a very bright mind. I think he's only 34 years old. And again, I just love seeing him celebrate on the field while all the fans were around, and then just him going into the crowd and celebrating at the end of that interview. He's a very, very good coach. And we saw that in our game that when we played the Sun Devils last year, is that I thought he had a wonderful game plan on both sides of the ball, a fantastic offensive plan with a lot of pre-snap motion, a lot of confusion caused to our defense by what he was doing pre-snap. He's a very bright mind. It's really cool to see him coaching his alma mater. And again, if you guys don't remember, I'll remind you that was one of the guys who Coach Prime was targeting to become offensive coordinator over here last year at CU. But of course, Arizona State saw that they had a really good opportunity to bring him in as head coach, and he rightfully took that opportunity. Kenny Dillingham's awesome. Now, not to rain on Arizona State, their fans parade, but you got to wonder, man, if one of these bigger programs might go out and try to snatch him away from, his alma mater. That could upset some people. We'll just have to see. And it looks like, hey, this Penn State USC game has gone into overtime. I just noticed that right now. I was so see Gennaro. I would love to see FSU versus CU, but man, FSU has to they have to get it together. I have to get it together, or they have to get it together. No doubt about it. I mean, do you think they're going to fire Mike Norvell after giving him that 10-year contract extension? Man, I don't know. It's ugly, but I never understood them trying to go after DJU. I never thought he was a very good quarterback, and why they didn't even really bring in somebody to compete with him. I just thought it was all weird. I know that he's not the sole reason of why they're totally sucking right now. But it is a huge surprise, especially when you start out number 10 in the country. Yeah, see, buddy, you're so triggered. You had to unsubscribe. Well, I already blocked you. I already blocked you over that from your bullshit, dude. You suck. How about that? Oh man, even Notre Dame likes the new Super League. That will happen. Colorado and Nebraska will play each other all the time again. It sounds, I love it. Hey, if we have a Super League, that would be pretty fun, especially with like some European Premier League style or English Premier League style relegation. I would really like that. But Colorado and Nebraska should play each other all the time. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. I would love it, and I think it's great for football as a whole. We'll see if we got some other non-conference spots open because of our joining the Big 12. Not a ton, but it would be really cool if we could work something out. But I understand, man, especially with the SEC being so soft and still only playing 8 games. I understand if a lot of these other schools, they just want to schedule cupcakes in the non-conference games to kind of get ready for conference play. That's the one thing I have a hard time respecting the SEC for. I know they're the toughest college football conference or whatever. I don't think that the gap between them is really that drastic, especially with what we've seen recently. But I always thought it was just ridiculous how they only play 8 conference games and they're always playing an FCS school in like November. It's weak to me, but they got the money. They can do what they want. Gennaro, are you aware that Lundy is on a medical red shirt out for the season? Yeah, I saw that. Best wishes to his recovery. And I mean, that sucked, man, when he committed here. And then I think FSU kind of sent him the bag, right? And I think we've liked out. I think we've gotten better play from both Nakai Hill-Green and Levante Bentley this year than what DJ Lundy and that Florida State defense has done. Surprisingly, it's been awesome. And again, credit to Coach Hart. If you've been somebody like me that's been making fun of Coach Hart the last year and a half, saying that he sucks, and there have been some things to rightfully criticize him about. You got to give him credit with how we got these linebackers playing, with how he has these linebackers playing, and another opportunity in today's game to see how Jalen Wester performs. And for Trevor Woods. Dave, who's the better football coach, you or Rawhide? Oh man. Yeah, it's got to be me, man. It's got to be me. I'm sorry, Rawhide, but this is what we need to do, James Hunter. We need to have 2 youth football teams, one coached by me and one coached by Rawhide, and we'll see what happens, man. I think I'm gonna get my guys up ready to play. I think they're gonna go to war for me. I don't know if that's gonna happen on Rawhide's side. I just think I'll get more out of my guys, to be honest. So that's something that I'll ask them next time that we connect after this game. But this is gonna be a fantastic game. KSU against CU. I'll get to this comment here as well. Nobody is going to win the national championship again besides the SEC and Big Ten till changes. Major networks only want to show top 75 teams. Yep, it is what it is. They have the money. And I would say, I mean, I think Texas, Ohio State, like those have to be the two front runners right now. We'll see what happens with Oregon and I guess Penn State here right now too. But I would say that those are kind of the top teams. We'll see if Georgia can kind of find some momentum. We'll see if Alabama can find some momentum towards the end of the year. But they've kind of been a little inconsistent as we've seen. I feel like this year it's a little bit more up for grabs than what we've seen in years past because you can't totally trust Texas because they usually have that game at least once a year that they where they don't play up to standard, right? Um, but I do think Ohio State is going to be very good this year. This is one of their few tests during the season, going to Hudson tonight, and I think that game just started. And wow, looks like USC blew it again. Juju Carde Smith. Do you guys really want to go play for Lincoln Riley? Come on now. Trojans fall to 3-3, 1-3 in the Big Ten. This is not a surprise. Oh yes, and good point here. I apologize to Hart and Flea because I'm liking their running back and linebacker corps. Yes, Coach Flea, another guy that I will gladly apologize to every single week right now with what we got going on. Michael Welsh, Isaiah Gustive, as well as Dallin Hayden, all had wonderful moments last week. We're getting better running back play. And shout out to Phil. All my guys know their assignments. Holt. Let's see us continue to get better in the running game this week. Really good run defense that we're going after, but let's get those short yardage runs. That's really what I'm going to be looking for is on 3rd and short, 2nd and short, 4th and short. Can we get to the line to gain? No doubt about it. Yes, you got to love it when USC loses. But Miller Moss, this is what my USC friend Phil's telling me. This was Miller Moss's loss. Well, hey, I love it. On that end, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Y'all enjoy the game tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get some dinner, watch this Oregon-Ohio State game, and be sure to check in tonight after KSU, CU, with whatever happens, whatever the result. We're going to be going live with Let's Talk Buffs with my friend Carter. We'll break it all down for you, but let's go out and get this dub, guys. Let's make it 4 straight. Let's put ourselves in conference title contention. Let's go Buffs.